Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iskandar bin Muhammad Khairuddin. My matric number is DD 2023. So I'm from Group 2, and our group topic is drone. Before that, I'm going to introduce our members, group members. So first, Kevin Tae Kyung Hong, and second one is Muhammad Iskandar bin Muhammad Khairuddin, it's me. So then Muhammad Amir Zakwan bin Muhammad Zawawi, Muhammad Zulfali bin Muhammad Nizam, and the last one is Muhammad Aiman Arif bin Muhammad Nazri. Now I'm going to talk about the introduction. So the introduction is drones has always strived to innovation and modification to be driven by needs of its customers. We are a team of industry professionals with a genuine passion for technology regarding drone. So we develop a professional full stack UAV avionics hardware and software solutions, including flight control, ground control, and communication system, as well as a cloud-based management. So this is our vision and mission. So our vision is the sky will become a vital source of vital business data, and drones will be the primary way for companies to acquire it. So our mission is build connected hardware and software products for drone manufacturers and commercial drone service providers to accelerate the development and adoption of unmanned aerial vehicle for enterprise. This is our breakdown structure. So actually work breakdown structure is often known as a WBS, refers to a strategy for organizing and carrying out the work involved in a project. So the work breakdown structure is an excellent tool that project managers may utilize to better manage and improve the efficiency of group projects. So it is used to maintain a record of all the projects or works from the most significant to the least significant. Second one is to facilitate the listing of a substantial number of tasks. The WBS is modeled like a hierarchical tree. And the last one, the responsibilities will be parceled out of the various members of the group in accordance with the strength and capabilities they bring to the table.
Is Muhammad Amir Zakwan bin Muhammad Zawawi. Today I want to present about business proposal. Description and justification of the product. In this assignment, a drone will be chosen as the product to modify. The drone is type of aerial vehicle in the direction of movement. The head of the fly and speed are controlled by a pilot called remotely pilot aircraft (RPA). When receiving the remote command or by using software, autonomous flight. Normally, it is called an unmanned aerial vehicle (UVA). However, this is a major problem that will every pilot face. It is difficult to control the drone, especially when the drone should cross a narrow path. As an example, after a earthquake, the drone will use to search for the victim, especially the victim who are crushed by a collapsed building and trapped in the building. It's also difficult for pilots to control the drone if they want to fly through complex terrain like a jungle or at a low altitude. In this case, the drone will easily collapse or hit the wall. So our assignment is to install a LiDAR system on the drone. In addition to examining environments, it's allowed to detect and avoid obstacles automatically. This is a identification of material requirement and manufacturing process involved. So for a LiDAR system, it should have a 3D file case, Arduino, sensor, step motor, boost converter, driver, bearing, hall sensor, derailleur, PCB, capacitor, screw and nut. Manufacturing process. Firstly, pass the wire through the slip ring and make sure insert to the hole on the case as designed before the rotating part on the top side of support of case. After that, insert step motor into the second hole of case and screw it. To make sure the bearing fit better, Captain tape it, place and put the bearing on the support of base case. Weld and connect the wire to ground VSS data and feed the VCC to the spinning disc. Before placing the spinning disc on the bearing, use the hot glue to stick the wire inside the spinning disc to the surface of the disc. On the dual PCD, step motor, driver and capacitor will be soldered at the power at the inside and connect to the wire need. Also, a small boost converter will be added to the PCD to increase the 5 voltage from USB connector to pull volts for step driver. After that, set the boost output at 12 volts. Solder the wire from the Arduino to step driver and distance sensor. Glue every component inside the case after testing and equal to the wool together. For the final process, elastic band is used to connect the spinning case and step motor to allow the case for spinning. This is a part of the drone that use such as frame, brushless motor, electronic speed controller, power distribution board, drone flight controller, FPV camera, video transmitter, video antenna, drone propellers, transmitter and receiver, also a battery. Manufacturing process for the drone is design the frame and print out the frame or cut it from material. Based on the position of the battery as designed and the direction of the USB connector to face, determine the direction of the power distribution board and mount it to the frame. First, it is a center hub. Most of the other component will be connected to PBD. Determine the motor spinning direction based on layout and mount the motor on the arm at 4 edge of frame. Before the electronic speed controller pad is connected to the motors, wire of the motor that have been cut and stripped into the appropriate length have to be soldered to the pad first, and check the connection to make sure the joints do not touch or overlap to avoid short circuits. The pad will then be connected to PDB. Test the drone whether it can fly or not. Check whether the connection is correct or not. Use the multimeter to check for any shorts. The drone should be tested for several times to prevent some small problem from getting worse. Connect the antenna to video transmitter before mounting the FPV system, followed by connecting, or else the VTX will fry while powering up it. After that, similar to process before, test the FPV system and check it with the multimeter. Receiver of control is connected to 5 positive and ground of PDB. Based on the pinout diagram of flight controller board wiring, all the signal wire to the board and mount it to the frame and complete the building, including mounting the LiDAR system to the frame as designed. Configure software including flash firmware, setting up pre-pulse, drone configuration, flight modes, and rates that determine how sensitive your transmitter stick is. Lastly, test the drone. Procurement of machinery involved. All the drone parts are available in online shops such as Shopee and electronic shop. First is 3D printing machine. 3D printers, sometimes known incorrectly as 3D printing machine, are additive manufacturing machine that specialize in making custom parts with accuracy. 3D 3D printers add material layer by layer to form a 3D object. Virtually any geometry can be 3D printed, including some that cannot be made with other traditional process. 3D printing machine operation can be used to make part of the drone. Firstly, the part should be designed in the designing software such as AutoCAD. After that, the machine will be print the part according to the design. Next part can be combined using a screw to create a complete drone. Machine ownership cost, operation and maintenance. So this is a machine ownership cost for a LiDAR system drone. And for operation cost, salary respected to different type of job. The type of job in drone industry is software engineer, drone designer, drone operators, human resource, marketing manager, hardware engineer. The other operational cost is such as factory utilities fixed, sales, marketing and expense fixed, labor variable, ranks, tax and
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aiman Arif bin Muhammad Nazri. My matrix number is CD210061. So today I would like to present my part, which is product cost and profile analysis. First thing first is estimation of total cost per unit. The formula is total cost per unit minus total fixed cost plus total variable cost and divided by total unit produced. So after we calculate all the total fixed cost and total variable cost divided by total unit produced, we got RM 866.6. Okay, this is our objective, which is we need to determine sale price, break-even point, and profit margin. The first one is sale price. There are two most common pricing strategies used in each business, which are cost plus pricing and target costing. There are pros and cons between them, but cons plus pricing is simple and the rate of return will be constant. However, our company decide to choose using target costing pricing strategies as it help to us to make sure that the product have design desired by customer with control cost and ensure that the price is within the range that customer will be willing to pay. Calculation of the sale price is target selling price is equal to RM 1,766 and the target profit earned is 50.9%. So target cost is equal to target selling price minus target selling price times profit margin. So we got the answer, which is RM 867.1 per unit. Okay, next we go to the break-even point. Break-even point is a point when total profit is equal to zero as the total income is equal to total cost. So break-even point can estimate your profitability to help you budget within an upcoming time. So the formula is profit is equal to total return minus total cost, in which the total return equal to selling price times quantity and total cost is equal fixed cost minus variable cost. So the profit is equal to total return minus total cost. So after we calculate, we got the answer quantity is equal to 10,534 unit. So 10,534 units of drone have to be sold within a year to avoid loss. Okay, so we go to the profit margin. Profit margin is a ratio that measures how much income is kept in a company as compared to the total revenue, or it can be known as measure of profitability. Via profit margin, a company can know whether expenses on material and staff is too much or not, how profitable the pricing strategy is, and how sustainable the company. So the profit margin is equal to net profile divided by total revenue, in which the net profile is total revenue minus total expenses. So total revenue is equal to estimate quantity per year times price of drone sale, and we got the answer. Same goes to the total expenses. We still got the answer. So the profit margin, as I measure yearly, which is total revenue minus total expenses divided by total revenue, which is we got the answer 50.9%. So that's all for me, and thank you very much.
Okay, so this is our Gantt chart. So as you can see, in week 4, actually what our doing is a discussion regarding what should be modified. In week 5, task distribution, and the middle between week 5 and week 6, we going to do or create the introduction. And actually in week 5 until week 8, our group is doing the business proposal, and same goes to product cost and profile analysis. And the last one in week 9 is going to do Gantt chart.